This morning I'm going to show you how to make a really easy gluten-free porridge using quinoa flakes. It's super fast and so easy, I thought I'd just show you via video. So in my pot I've got 1/3 cup of quinoa flakes, which is for one person. I've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I've got 1/4 cup of dried dates, not medjool dates, just the dried ones, which I've cut up into little pieces. And I really like these dried dates because, unlike the medjool dates, which are about $28 a kilo in Australia, these are about $5 or $6 a kilo, so much more economical. So I'm just going to put this on the heat. If I'm using 1/3 cup of quinoa flakes, I'll need 2/3 cup of coconut milk. So I've already added in 1/3 cup. So I'm just going to add the last 1/3 cup. So that's 2/3 cup of coconut milk. Now, you really don't need to have this on a high heat. I'm just going to put it onto medium heat for now and give it a stir, because those little quinoa flakes, they're just going to absorb all that moisture beautifully. And this porridge, it's not like a standard porridge. You're not going to cook it for a long time. Basically, you're just going to warm it up and absorb the coconut milk. You don't want to overcook this. And that's why this porridge is so great, because it really doesn't take a long time to cook. So what I'm going to look for is little bubbles that'll start to appear on top as the coconut milk starts to heat up. And those quinoa flakes, they're just going to suck all that coconut milk up. They'll just suck all the moisture up. And you can use any type of milk, non-dairy milk that you want. This would be really nice with almond milk. And similarly, you can use any type of dry fruit that you like. So 1/4 cup. Hello.
The one with the one and the flame.
I've got company in the kitchen. It's Saturday morning here in Brisbane, and I thought I had a quiet moment to show you guys this, so we'll just keep going. It's almost ready. So this literally takes a few minutes, which is why I love this so much. I actually don't cook it very often. I'm more of a smoothie girl or egg girl in the morning, but I do really like the comfort of porridge every now and then. So you can see it's just starting to bubble now. So we're going to turn the heat right down to low, and we're just going to let those quinoa flakes absorb the last bit of that moisture. So just keep stirring it, because you don't want it to burn on the bottom. Because it's coconut milk, there is a chance that it can burn on the bottom if you leave it for too long. So that's really easy. Oh, I also added 1 teaspoon of maple syrup, which is totally optional. Some people find the quinoa flake taste a bit strong, and you can dull it down a little bit with sweetener. But I find for myself 1 teaspoon of maple syrup is plenty. So that's it. I'm going to turn the heat off. That's ready. And you can probably hear it. It's just starting to cook on a little bit on the bottom, so I'm going to take that off the heat. And that's it. That took 4 minutes. Beautiful quinoa porridge. And I'll show you a picture later how I serve it. Good morning and enjoy your breakfast.